we have made lots of efforts. Our Deputy Prime Minister visited Kabul a few days ago, and we shall continue our efforts to have better relations and understanding with our brotherly and neighborly country, Afghanistan. However, we have also delivered a strong and clear message to the interim Afghan government that while we desire peaceful neighborly relations with Kabul, this cannot happen so long as the Afghan soil is being used by Fitna al-Khawarij to attack Pakistanis and kill innocent brothers and sisters in Pakistan. Ladies and gentlemen, I also need to underscore the importance of Kashmir. As the founder of the nation, Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah rightly said, Kashmir is the jugular vein of Pakistan. Unfortunately, this globally recognized dispute remains unresolved despite multiple UN resolutions. Let there be no doubt, Pakistan shall continue to support the right of self-determination of the Kashmiri people till they achieve their rights through their great struggle and sacrifices. Ladies and gentlemen, India's systemic persecution of its minorities, particularly Muslims and Sikhs, has become more pervasive over the years. It must accept full responsibility for its complete failure to protect the lives, dignity, and security of these oppressed communities. Pakistan, on the other hand, has always condemned terrorism in all its forms and manifestations. As the world's frontline state, that is Pakistan, against terrorism, we have endured immense loss with our 90,000 casualties and economic losses beyond imagination exceeding $600 billion. Who would understand this searing, excruciating pain better than we Pakistanis? Who has given more human sacrifices than Pakistan to counter terrorism? Which country of the world has suffered more economic losses than Pakistan to the tune of $600 billion to fight and defeat terrorism? I think, ladies and gentlemen, there cannot be a more powerful manifestation of our commitment that we would not tolerate any kind of terrorism of any hue and color. And that has been demonstrated beyond any ray of doubt. On the contrary, our eastern neighbor continues a pattern of exploitation, leveling baseless allegations and false accusations without credible investigation or verifiable evidence. The recent tragedy in Pahalgam is yet another example of this perpetual blame game, which must come to a grinding halt. And now, continuing with its role as a responsible country, Pakistan is open to participate in any neutral, transparent, and credible investigation. Ladies and gentlemen, I must also